The Federation of University Teachers Association emphasizes that it is the responsibility of the government to safeguard the trust placed in it. FUTA convened a media briefing in Colombo this morning to explain the current situation.
Everyone said that to reach a solution on this, we would need a proper approach. One thing that Minister Basil Rajapaksa asked us to do was to trust his word. Now I have taken a big risk because I did it without the approval of my FUTA colleagues. But I believe this word. Tomorrow a no-confidence motion could be brought against me. I have taken that risk. However, it is the responsibility of this government to decide whether it is going to safeguard the trust I have placed in them.
Basil Rajapaksa mahatmayage මැදිහත් වීමෙන් අප වෙත දෙන ලද ලිපියක් PB Jayasundara mahatmayage.
The trade union action is still on. The letter given to us through the intervention of Minister Basil Rajapaksa and the joint statement with PB Jayasundara were taken into consideration to temporarily suspend the trade union action launched by FUTA. That is why members of FUTA returned to lecture halls today, while some will return on Monday. The government must now show us how civilized they are.
FUTA එකේ සියලු සමාජිකයින් සිය දේශන සඳහා සඳුදා සිට නැත්නම් අද සිට සිය දේශන ශාලා තුලට ගියේ. ඒ සටන ජනතා අරගලයක් විදියට ඉදිරියට ගෙනියලා.
The government knows that we halted our battle with much pride after we reached this decisive turning point, with this struggle being taken forward as a people's struggle. The country knows that there is no reason for us to be on the losing side. The struggle will be made stronger. We have laid a strong foundation for this, and everyone is aware of it.
මේ රටේ සියලුම දෙනා දන්නවා. ඒ සටන ඊට වඩා හෙට දවසේදී ශක්තිමත්ව කළ යුතුය.
The 3-month-long university lecturers' strike has been suspended based on several agreements reached between the lecturers and the government. A joint statement was issued today in this regard.
The government and the Federation of University Teachers Association separately released the joint statement containing the agreements they had reached. The statement issued by the Department of Government Information reads that the decision to call off the strike was reached on the basis of several agreements. Among these agreements are the strengthening of the Mahinda Chintaneya's policy to make Sri Lanka an education hub and the invalidation of circulars named by the lecturers as obstacles to university lecturers' welfare. Another agreement reached was to obtain the support of faculty boards and senate councils in determining the nature of leadership training given to university students. The government and FUTA have agreed that private institutions will be allowed to use university resources and that agreements which have been reached between the Ministry of Higher Education and private institutions can only be implemented with the approval of faculty boards and senate councils. The statement issued by FUTA states that both parties have agreed to implement the written agreement reached following discussions with the Secretary to the Ministry of Finance and Planning. It also states that the government agreed to present a cabinet paper which would increase government expenditure on education as part of the discussion process.
University lecturers who decided to suspend their trade union action reported to work this morning.
The Federation of University Teachers Association said that academic activities that had been at a standstill for over 3 months would now return to normal. This is the manner in which students arrived at the Sri Jawardhanapura University this morning. Academic activities at the Colombo University also recommenced today. Meanwhile, lecturers at the University of Kelaniya engaged in a discussion this morning. Subsequent to the discussion, they announced that academic activities will recommence from Monday. The lecturers at the University of Ruhuna also engaged in a discussion this morning. This was the situation at the Rajawata University today.